Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to dispute your credit report. And here's where it starts, of course, with your dispute. But there are three separate credit bureaus. These are not government agencies by any means, but you have to get all three of your credit reports because often your credit report with each one of the three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, will contain slightly different information. You need to make sure that you're only disputing information that's on that credit report with that specific credit bureau. If you dispute something that is on your TransUnion credit report, but it's not on your Experian credit report, and you dispute with Experian that, you'll run into some big trouble, and it may be very, very, very challenging to move forward. So please be careful of that. You can dispute any item on your credit report that you believe is inaccurate, questionable, out of date. There's a ton of reasons to file your dispute. If you have any supporting documentation, please send that along. And this is where the big challenge comes in, because the credit bureaus, who are not part of our government, they are for-profit businesses. The credit bureaus must first deem your dispute valid. If they don't deem it valid, which if you happen to have your first dispute deemed valid, please let us know, because we've yet to hear of any consumer's first dispute being deemed valid. If it's deemed invalid, they're going to let you know, and they're going to say, it's not valid for XYZ or whatever. This is really, unfortunately, in our opinion, this is just a way for the credit bureaus to avoid conducting an investigation. And the reason they want to avoid conducting investigations is because that costs them money. That money is otherwise profit. That's why the federal government decided to make it part of the rules and the laws that require the credit bureaus to remove inaccurate information. If the credit bureaus were only collecting accurate information about people, then that law would not have been passed way back in 1970 that entitles you to dispute any item. The credit bureaus, unfortunately, they're no more than your friend, than any other private business. They actually sell and make most of their money by collecting information about you and then selling that to lenders, banks, creditors. Only recently here have they even offered consumer products. So if you're invalid, you're going to have to stay persistent. Make sure that you're jumping through all the little hoops, or get professional help. Whatever you do, don't just live with bad credit, because you don't have to. If your dispute is deemed valid, and once it gets deemed valid, then the credit bureaus will conduct an investigation. As we mentioned, each credit bureau would have to conduct an investigation in order to remove, for example, a charge-off credit card from your credit report. When the credit bureaus, these are three separate investigations. You have to dispute each one of the credit bureaus. One dispute will not, the credit bureaus don't communicate with each other, is the point here. And once they deem it valid and they investigate, they're going to contact that credit card company or whomever it is, the creditor, lender, the company that is reporting that information about you. They're going to ask for verification of all the relevant information, the amount, the dates, you name it. If the account cannot be verified, then by law, it must be removed from your credit report. And the truth is, most accounts are not verified. We don't have time to get into all the reasons behind this, but the big brick wall that most consumers hit is getting the credit bureaus to deem their dispute valid and actually investigate it. This is why many folks will either give up, which is not what you should do. They keep learning, which you're clearly doing if you're here, and we have much more we want to share, so please subscribe. Or they turn to a professional. And if you would like some help with this stuff, you can get a no obligation free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-855-655-9870. Again, that's for a no obligation free credit consultation. The phone number is 1-855-655-9870. Please subscribe and join our congregation. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below for some more tips at our website. We've currently got a free report. We're giving away these 7 super simple steps to clean credit. However you choose to move forward, please do move forward and don't feel like you're some second-class citizen because life happened. The fact is, Walt Disney, James Folger, David Buick, even P.T. Barnum are alumni of bankruptcy. And I'm not suggesting that you declare bankruptcy, but things happen in life. This is by no means some declaration or has anything to do with who you are as a person. Please move forward. Please protect yourself and your credit. It is such an important number. And if you'd like help, get this no obligation free credit consultation by calling 1-855-655-9870. This is Dan Willis. Have a fantastic day and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.